Good evening, everyone. I'm going to call this meeting to order. This is a meeting of the City of Gloucester Licensing Board. Today is Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. The time is 6:30 p.m. We are meeting here in person at the Harbor Master's Office conference room at the Harbor Master's Office at 19 Harbor Loop, Gloucester, Mass. Effective August 16, 2023, the public is welcome to attend our meetings in person. Alternatively, the public may attend through the Zoom link linked on the agenda. Meeting notice will reflect if this meeting is Zoom only. As the recent amendments to the open meeting law allows, the licensing board may continue to hold meetings remotely. Please note that the in-person meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the remote participation. We will start off with introductions and we'll start on this side of the table.
Ed Costa, member to the board.
John Emmerich, member to the board.
Melissa Prince, member to the board.
Rob Macari, building commissioner.
Natasha Dale Clerk.
Thank you. We are going to start with public hearings. We're just going to call them out of order a little bit because 2 public hearings have been withdrawn for the night. And I'm just going to read their letters into the record real quick. The first one is petitioner number 1 Gloucester Buffet Inc., 3236 Washington Street, requesting an alteration of premise for an on-premise section 12 annual restaurant all alcohol license beverage. This public hearing has been withdrawn, but should be most likely be held at our January meeting. So I'm going to read the letter. Dear Licensing Board, this office represents number 1 Gloucester Buffet, DBA Majori, in connection with its application to alter the license premise at 3236 Washington Street, Gloucester, Mass., which is currently scheduled for a hearing on December 10, 2024. I hereby request the Majori's application for alteration of license premise be withdrawn without prejudice. I will appear at the hearing in case the board has any questions related to my request. Signed Attorney Lauren Weeks, which she was here, but I let her know that she could leave because we're reading the letter. Is she still here?
Yeah.
Thank you, Attorney Weeks.
You're welcome.
So that public hearing will not be held tonight. The next public hearing is petition of change of location, pledge of collateral and safety manager of a section 15 annual all alcohol beverage license for Karma Liquors Inc., DBA Good Harbor Liquors, moving from 340 Main Street to 171 East Main Street, manager of record Dina Hanna. This public hearing was held in November. We started the public hearing and continued that matter until tonight. As I said, the petition is being withdrawn. Dear Licensing Board, I'm writing on behalf of my clients, Dina and David Hanna, the owners of Karma Liquors Inc. After listening to the concerns raised by neighbors of the proposed package store to be relocated at 171 East Main Street, my clients have decided to withdraw their request to relocate the store. Since the pledge of license is related to the relocation, they would like to withdraw that request as well. They will continue to operate at their current location at 340 Main Street and pursue final approval of the change in manager for that location. Please let me know if I need to be present at the board to formally present this withdrawal request or if this letter is sufficient. If you have any questions, please contact me. Attorney Deborah Lyson, who represents the Karma Liquors. So that public hearing has been withdrawn. Which leads us, they're here too?
Yes.
Hi,
Oh, hi,
how are you?
good, how are you? Oh,
Good.
I'm sorry, I thought they told you you didn't have to come tonight.
No, we just want to make sure everything.
Okay,
We just have a question.
yes,
As you know, our landlord is want us to leave that property by end of this month, even if we have lease for another, less than 40 years left. But the question is, even after the lease period ends, what's gonna happen with our license? Because this license, we bought it from Causeway Liquors back in 2013. We
Yep.
paid a lot of money on it. So if we cannot find a place to move our license, what's gonna happen to our license?
so you own the license.
We do own it,
It's
yes.
a year-round license, you own the license, so the license will not be taken from you because your lease expires. And this you should really consult with your attorney with, but I'm just giving you the process from the licensing board's sake.
Okay,
So, if the landlord is successful in, ending your lease agreement, you will likely have to be required to find another space, and the board will work with you during that time to find that space, and you'll be able to transfer to the license.
Even if it take longer time than.
Well, it depends on the time period, but you really should ask your attorney, right? Because you have a little bit of a conversation to have with your landlord first.
Yeah.
Before you're out, if you're even out at the end of December.
I think not even after December, after the lease period, which is in 2028.
Yeah, you have a long-term
Right.
lease with them, right?
So, yeah, it's now very hard to find a spot.
Yeah.
As for the license with, we probably have any other concern or anything like that. If we cannot find, can we still own the license for a period of time?
So I would just say this, so I'm not gonna give legal advice, right? That's for your attorney,
Okay.
right? You have a great attorney.
That was my question, guys.
I would just let you know that when a license it goes unused for a period of time, the licensing board can take action to have that license removed from your ownership. That's a process. But, I mean, we know the situation. Just keep us informed as the days go by and possibly months go by. And, with your attorney, I would ask for legal advice through your attorney, but just know the process here is we would have to give you notice
Okay,
if we're gonna attempt to take the license away. And there would be hearings on that matter.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So it won't just stop because if you choose to leave at the end of the month, your license would not be removed just for that reason only.
okay.
And good luck. And I appreciate you listening to all the concerns. That was a tough meeting.
Yeah, we don't want to bother any community with our
Right.
business. There is no reason to make any,
Yeah.
hard or tough.
You're gonna
relationship.
find something good. That was meant to be. There's something good coming for you.
I hope
Okay.
so. Thank you
Okay,
so
all
much.
right, happy
Thanks for
holidays.
trying to help us to get this.
Of
Thank you.
course.
I really
Yeah, and
appreciate
just like I
it.
said, keep us informed along the way.
Okay,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye.
Happy holidays.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Okay. So for public hearing, I'm gonna call petition of Tono LLC to Main Street requesting an alteration of premise to alter, modify the existing premises to add approximately 2,173 square feet of function room, private dining. Name and address for the record, please.
Anthony Caruana, 78 Alderbrook Drive, Topsfield, Mass.
Represented by Attorney Tricia Jones, 14 Pleasant Street, Gloucester, Mass.
Welcome.
Yes.
How is Tono?
Great, we had another good year.
Yep. That's great.
Thank you,
Wonderful addition to our community.
thank you.
We have not heard any complaints. We hopefully get along well with everyone and I know he runs an excellent ship in 4 locations, so
Right.
it is unbelievable.
Yep, with good food.
Thanks.
So we'll start off by having you present, I know you filled out your application, but
Yeah.
present to us what the intentions are. And go from there.
Yep, for a change, this is a relatively simple addition for this, except for the sprinkler system, which has been addressed and satisfactorily with the building inspector, working with an excellent architect. I've been really happy working with Mr. Robert Bakary. So the proposal is that they're gonna add a function room up on the second floor across from the vets and utilize that space. It's gonna be about 78 more seating. It's 2,173 square feet with 13 tables. And that's gonna be used for extra function rooms, weddings, and that type of thing. It's not gonna be a full extension of the restaurant, at least at this point, as laid out in the plans, which I hope were very clear. We tried to work very clear with that. I know the lease just arrived, but it wasn't any different. To add that square footage. It will have the total between the original restaurant, the patio, and the addition will be 7,173 square feet. Total seating capacity will be 233. The occupancy number 177, the entrances of 5. With emergency egresses and exits, and the number of floors will be 2. We've worked also very closely with the Board of Health on the food permits and making sure that that was all squared away with the oyster. There was a concern about processing there, but we're exempt as the restaurant on that, on the down, which is really more for the renewal. Sorry, I kind of got a little carried away on that. So we sent out everything. We haven't heard any negative impacts from anybody, at least not yet. And if you guys have any further questions, we're here to answer them for you.
Okay.
Oh, no outside, there are no exterior changes to this building, which is a historic that we want to keep.
I'm just gonna ask you one quick question, then I'll turn it over to the board. You said at least at this point, you're not using the upstairs to extend the dining,
Correct.
but there's a possibility.
With Anthony, there's always a possibility. Could be a possibility he'll take over the AMVets.
And I'm not
It
complaining.
could
I
be
just know it's a
possibility of
busy
a roof
restaurant.
deck. I'm not counting on anything. No, there are no plans in the works right now. But just knowing him and every time I turn around.
But is it something that if you had a really busy night or something
No, no,
happened,
no, no, no.
you
I was
could
just
do that,
thinking
you would-
future plans
You
to
wanna
change
come
it.
back to the board
Yes.
to say that? Okay,
Yes. No,
Just wanted to
this is the
clarify
plan
that.
that he's doing.
okay.
The
Okay.
one, we did have a question as we were coming in, actually, because we're here for the annual renewals.
Yep.
And this probably won't be finished until late summer.
Okay,
No, I think it'll actually go pretty quick. I think a few months' time.
Okay.
It's a minimal renovation. We're really only
Taking out two
adding the
walls
sprinkler.
and the sprinklers, yeah.
Redoing the floors. And some plumbing, electrical,
The
HVAC.
sprinkler may take a little longer than you think.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, Hale, the DPW director, has restrictions on when you
Yeah.
can cut in the road. And so that you'll have to work out with him. So that could be the only hiccup
Yeah,
in the
so,
process.
and what we were thinking was go ahead and do the sprinkler system and then tie it in when the roads are able to be cut into. And then that would be like the final connection.
And after this, we go up to the state for another 6 weeks, and he's not starting anything until the issuance of that.
Yeah.
So he may be hoping,
Yeah,
which
true.
everybody that starts always hopes. I've never yet finished on time myself.
Yeah, but we're hoping before the end of summer.
But you did have a quick question on the entertainment license. If they wanted to have like a wedding, wanted a live band up there, we should wait and come back on that entertainment license and amend it.
I don't know, let's get to that when we get to your other
Annual
matters later
renewals.
tonight, a
Okay.
little later in the conversation.
Okay.
Let's stick with this at first.
Yeah,
And then we might have questions about the renewal and entertainment license act. But let's get this
I'm
matter
with you.
resolved first. So I'm gonna ask Ted and John, do either of you have any questions?
I do not.
Can you talk me through the flow, how you plan to do things? People coming in and out through the Washington Street exit or entrance?
They could enter either way. Ideally, we would like them to come through the Washington Street exit.
Where's the other location?
They can come
Stairwell?
up the stairwell. in the
Okay,
back.
so that's a double door.
Yes.
Are you gonna be storing alcohol up here?
On the plans, it does show a small service bar, like a 10-foot service bar.
With the sink in it? Is that the one?
Yep,
And then storage of alcohol will still be downstairs?
still be downstairs, and then whatever we need for the evening
Yeah.
would be stored upstairs, yeah.
How you getting food up and down?
There's a small kitchen behind that bar. It's an electric kitchen, so it'll be basically an oven and some refrigeration to plate the food, so everything's prepared downstairs, and then we bring it up semi-prepared and finish it upstairs, so they call it a finished kitchen.
Yeah. And then there's a third egress door near that storage area in the bar.
Yeah, so
Is that
that's
just-
a
that-
shared restroom with the AMVET,
Oh, okay, all right.
and then there's an elevator and I believe another exit staircase there.
on the plan, the one that's attached, it shows the prep kitchen and a little bit of storage behind the bar.
I got that.
And then the other storage that's a 6x2 is up for the tables and chairs for office.
I was just wondering if you see that. Okay.
How's that?
Thank you.
So where are the bathrooms exactly? A shared bathroom with the ambets out that door? Is it,
Yep, out that door, and then there's also our restrooms at the bottom of the stairs.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to the building inspector on this.
Yeah, Hayes good. They have enough bathrooms. Plus there's another set off kind of off the kitchen area that's also shared, bathrooms. I had the architect do, their architect did a count. I had to verify with my plumbing inspector. They're good with the numbers.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I didn't hear that you're not gonna store any alcohol upstairs?
Not large quantities, no,
Okay.
it'd be
just to get ready for prep for
For the night,
function or
yeah.
something.
That small area that's behind the, in front of the kitchenette was a little
Yeah.
storage area right behind the bar.
Okay. And while there's a function going up there, it's separate staff than downstairs?
Yes.
Why, back in the corner, this kind of looks blocked off.
It's a private, looks like it's a private.
So I'm looking at this back corner here, there's like 4 tables that look like
Oh,
the solid
yeah, that's,
walls.
Yeah,
It's a room that can either open
Okay.
to that main dining room or it can be closed off.
Okay.
To add, we could have like 2 parties at once.
See right here.
And you said the ambulance is right outside that door? Do you share a wall with them?
There's a demising wall, yes, that we share.
Okay. Okay.
this may be an easier plan. On that, on those questions on the bathroom and on the walls between and which ones are being removed. They went on the letter to you.
See,
Yeah, I think that's the total floor.
Yeah,
so this would be.
there was a total,
Here's a common area.
and it shows a share, it shows the, aisle between.
That's,
Share them two doors.
what is this? This
And
is
that's.
ambulance, yeah.
That was not part of the application because it wasn't part of the lease.
No,
Okay, so
I'm
we'll
just trying to
plan,
get
but I
a
thought
sense
you-
of how the
yeah.
design is in that building, and we'll talk about that when we get to the entertainment license and all that stuff, so, okay,
I thought that'd be a little easier.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, so crowd control. How many people in the building?
So we get.
How many capacities? 233?
Capacity, seating capacity is 233, total capacity, occupancy number is 177.
Okay, do you have your crowd control license by any chance, certificate?
No, but it sounds like you're gonna need one.
It may be-
I'm gonna suggest that I would like you to get, and I can tell you, I went online and did it, it literally takes 45 minutes. It's
Okay.
pretty much a common sense approach to how do you react when you have a larger space, right? It's simple, it's a certification, you print it off and you're good. I'm just gonna ask that with you adding that additional space, that you
Yeah.
have that knowledge and understanding to make sure managers are in place with that
Yeah,
size.
and I'll make sure the managers do that as well.
Yeah, it's simple and it's free. I think you do it through mass.gov.
Okay.
But it's kind of tricky how you get into the program, but you can figure it out.
Yeah.
But there's no cost to it, and it's good information, and it's a good thing to have.
Okay.
So I would just ask
Right.
that, knowing that you are a hotspot down in that corner. And the food you have is delicious. I can just see this being a very successful function room. And utilized a lot. And so I would just ask that you don't do any road work during Fiesta for the sprinkling
I would ask maybe the Fiesta.
committee. to do it. But can you just explain, so we have it on record, the sprinkler system and how it works? So they just have to put in a certain portion of the sprinkler system, right? There
Yeah,
isn't one in
so-
that side of the building?
As a compromise with them, so they didn't have to go in front of the board with the state. They're gonna put in a pipe large enough to do the main, large enough to do the entire building, but only sprinkle their part of the building. That is it. We did it for a few other places. We've done it for Action as well. The fire department is on board because they get what they want, which is a sprinkler system, at least in the building. Especially on something that large of a building and a historical value.
Okay,
And so it's big enough so that if the landlord decides to do more renovation, he'll be
they can
held.
tap in.
He'll be
Right.
required to hook
All the
into it.
others are, will be required to go now into this pipe that will be big enough to handle the whole building.
Okay. Any further questions?
No,
I'm just gonna open the public hearing. Is there anyone that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the petition to extend for the alteration of premise to Tono? Is there anyone here?
In favor.
Hi,
Hi,
name and address for the
I
record?
like you.
Tom O'Grady, 966 Washington Street, Gloucester.
If you could just make sure that gets in the minutes, that would be great. Anyone else here for the public hearing? Is there anyone online? I couldn't get into the
No.
Zoom meeting. I
Oh,
think I
really?
pushed last week, so. Is there
No,
anyone raising their hand?
no, they all look like they're,
Okay.
Restaurant.
All right, just wait 5 more seconds at home. If anyone wants to speak to the public hearing for Tono, please raise your hand or press star 9 to request to speak. Seeing none, I'm gonna close the public hearing. Okay, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the petition for Tono LLC located at 2 Main Street for the alteration of premise as described and presented tonight, and I so move.
Second,
I'm just gonna say, subject to getting the crowd control. Certification at some point at your earliest convenience, which, like I said, it only takes less than an hour.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. Yep. Any further discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Looking forward.
And honestly, thanks for all the help from the building
Yeah.
department, the board of health. The new clerk, this was not easy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So while you're here, I'm gonna go right into your licenses while we're having this conversation. So you are scheduled for a annual restaurant alcoholic beverage license, Tono LLC, DBA Tono Restaurant, 2 Main Street. You also have entertainment license for Monday through Saturday and Sunday, and also an automatic amusement device. And common victual. Yeah, we'll do all those at once in the beginning, after this discussion. Okay, so your renewal, we have all your people on file. Did they submit liability insurance?
Yep,
They did. They are not
Okay.
one of the ones that did not.
Okay,
yes, I did. Full stop.
There are a few that are
Okay.
missing.
You'll have to let me know that.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a motion to approve Tono's annual restaurant license?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion. We approve the annual restaurant all alcoholic beverage license renewal for Tono LLC doing business as Tono Restaurant located at 2 Main Street, and I so move.
second,
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that vote carries. Okay, entertainment, so let's discuss entertainment. You said you had questions, so we're on the Monday through Saturday.
Perfect.
What kind of entertainment are you planning on changing? I know you have.
We
like,
were planning on changing it to add live music. Which I did not check off on the application.
Right, so we would think, my manager brought up today, if somebody was having, say, a rehearsal dinner or something, if they wanted a live band. Rather than coming in for a special 1-day permit, that we better off to get that, talk about that permit
Yeah,
now.
we don't encourage 1 day.
No.
For entertainment. So we're talking about the restaurant as a whole now, including the function room. And outdoors.
Well, I don't see a need for it downstairs. I think. I don't plan on doing live music unless it was for one of these events, so. It wouldn't be something that I promoted or open to the public. It would be for a private event.
So we can
So-
restrict it up there.
Yeah, you want to do it restricted.
So let me ask this is why I was gonna, wanted to have the conversation separately and why I was asking about AMVets.
And honestly, we're just throwing this out here from the moment we got in the car. right?
Yeah, no, that's
Sorry.
okay. Just trying to understand, so do the AMVets and the function hall share a wall? Or is there a space?
No, there's a
That's a shared
space.
wall.
It's a
Oh.
shared wall,
It's a shared, it's a very thick shared wall.
thick, like
It's 2 feet,
Blackburn
2 feet thick
bar
of
thick,
brick.
so you couldn't hear through it.
Yeah, I don't see how much you're gonna have through that. I mean, it's 2 feet thick of brick.
Yeah, there's also the
Structural wall.
storage.
Was this
closet.
part of the original bar upstairs, do you know? The function room was, do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was the front where the big
Blackbird.
bar was
So
and the
the-
back is where the
so
stage
the
was. I
function
remember
hall-
it quite well.
We're the same age, so I knew
Easy.
you'd remember. The function room, your space you're taking over was part of that bar
It
area?
was the front, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the AMVets part was or was not?
No, that was the stage area in the back.
Okay, so it is protected.
Yes.
I'm just concerned about the competition
No,
of
no,
noise,
makes
right?
sense.
If you have AMVets and they're playing their jukebox and then you have a function going on, I'm
Yeah,
just,
remember when we came in and on the front was the big bar on the right and then the
Mhm.
dark ones at the end? And then you'd have to go through all those brick walls to go to the stage
to the
area.
back, yeah,
They're in the stage area.
okay.
I
So
have a
so
little
there
bit
is
of
the wall
history.
and there's also the storage closet between us, so. It's like two walls and quite a bit there.
Okay. Like I said, I'm just worried about competing noise.
Yeah.
The existing brick wall goes almost the whole way except for the door.
Yeah.
Out to the back, to the bathrooms.
That's the only part that's,
Yeah, this is
no,
actually.
I saw it on the thing. I'm just trying to vision it from my memory 40 years ago.
From happy, I don't.
Okay. So you don't anticipate any issues?
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, I know they play music out there now. Live music or something. They have something that goes on up there, I think.
Yeah, but it's a bit different from live music amplified. A
Yeah.
band.
Right, so I was gonna say, you're not looking to do entertainment like live band come in, more like for a
No, it's a
function,
wedding.
wedding type.
Yeah, would be on this, the occasion that somebody would want to have that.
Okay,
We're not looking to do it for the public.
you're not looking to have concerts like Minglewood does
No,
or something
no,
like that.
Or like the Fools, like.
Oh, the, yeah, Fun Bucket and all them, yeah. Okay. So that request, they didn't put on the application, so we just have to make note of that.
So is it going towards the whole, it's going on the whole?
Well, we'll license the area.
Okay.
So you're not doing outdoor entertainment,
No,
it's just indoor and likely indoor only in the function area.
Yeah, and to be honest, now that you brought up the ambient, I probably don't want the noise going downstairs either to the dining room.
No.
So,
Soundproof,
like, yeah, but they would probably have to make it worth our while to do the live music, to
Right.
disrupt downstairs.
okay,
It's probably a special occasion,
okay.
like your daughter's wedding.
yeah.
And what was
I
the
wouldn't do it,
hours
so
of entertainment, like how,
Brutal.
are you planning on keeping the function hall available until 12:30 at night as like the restaurant?
Yeah, but I'm willing to limit the music, it gives us a reason to.
Kick them out.
So what, without me throwing a time out there, what would you say is a reasonable time to end
I would say
entertainment?
10,
Really?
that's that kind of aggravation at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, the bride night.
Yeah.
11? Well, no, we have to put it out, that we have to give it time.
Yeah, 11.
11,
That would be-
okay,
Right, you bring the crowd if they wanna keep going.
and it's inside only and likely only in the function area,
Yeah,
It's inside, outside for the restaurant. All right.
for the music now.
There's no live, it's just,
Ambient.
yeah.
Yeah,
ambient
yeah, but you
music
have, so
outside,
you have
'cause it's-
streaming outside,
Yes,
so that is outdoor.
yes.
So this is an indoor outdoor license. And what time do you open?
right now, we're up to be open at 3 o'clock now.
But let me say
Yeah,
this,
we
you
had
might do
10
a
a.m.
function earlier than the time your restaurant opens. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of the hours that are gonna be listed on the entertainment license,
So 10
right?
AM to 11.
So you're not gonna have a function before 10 AM in the morning.
Guess we could, but. You know, if somebody wanted a brunch, like a next morning brunch, but I don't know that they would want a live amplified band.
Even if you have stream music, you would need it.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
You wanna say 8?
sure,
I just don't wanna have to have you come back
yeah,
for
yeah.
2 hours if somebody wants to do a morning breakfast or something.
yeah,
Cause I know that is a,
Ladies
that's-
can do.
there are those that have been in search of those types of functions in the area outside of the hotel. They're looking for other places, so I don't want you to be locked in of saying I can't turn the music on.
right.
Is that just for indoor?
Indoor, yeah. So indoor will be 8 AM to 12:30 AM.
Okay, because right now they have 10 AM to 12 AM
Right,
on everything.
yep. So I'm changing it now to 8 to
8 AM
8 to
start,
12:30.
12:30.
yeah.
12:30, knowing the live music upstairs in the function room will end at 11.
It's the same, and then they would just repeat every day.
Right.
Is that just for indoor or do you want it for outdoor?
Would be the outdoor as well.
What would be the outdoor?
The latest time outdoor. was-
12:30, yeah,
12:30,
12:30.
okay.
Yeah, 8 AM to 12:30 AM,
AM.
with the exception of the function room ends at 11
Yep,
PM.
yep,
Monday through Saturday, we can do the same on Sunday if you want.
yep.
Do you wanna make a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the entertainment renewal for Tono LLC doing business as Tono Restaurant, 2 Main Street. The hours detailed in this application, which were 8 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday, with exclusion of the function room, which would end at 11 p.m. So moved.
Second.
I just want to make sure that on the application that's adding live music. I don't know that they requested that on. the
No, we did
application.
not.
They
So-
did not, I
So
I do
it-
have a
yeah,
question. There's live music amplified and live music acoustic. You want both of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can change that in the system.
Yeah, it's just. I'm in the middle of doing it now.
Oh. There you go.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries, and then the Sunday license?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Sunday entertainment renewal for Tono LLC, doing business as Tono Restaurant, 2 Main Street. And so moved.
Second.
And that's with the same hours, 8 a.m. to 12:30 a.m., function room and
Yeah,
11.
Thank you very much.
Um,
Sorry for the last.
any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries, and then there is, you have a jukebox?
No.
What is the automatic amusement device? You have one?
No,
Okay, that was on the agenda.
DJ, no, trivia, no.
Okay. Any questions for us?
Nope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice
Uh,
doing
the
business
common
with you.
victor, you're doing them all and done.
What?
The common victor.
Yeah, I
ones.
just wanted to get to that.
Okay.
Okay, well, we got lodging license.
Okay, we're good.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you
good
very
holiday.
much. As
Lodging
always.
license, 50 Fred Rogers, Realty Trust, that's 50 Rogers Street. This is a new license, correct?
No.
No,
I don't think they did it last year. Do you want to report out? Is there any concerns? for
They
lodging?
have still not scheduled their ASI with us yet, so. We haven't done it.
Why when we went by, Madam Chair, if I could ask, are all the windows open tonight, fans running in every window in the building?
Probably trying to air out, probably from doing a bug bomb or
Yeah.
something to get rid of the bed bugs that were in there originally.
Okay, so
We need to take an action. I'm prepared to make a motion to deny it, or make a motion in the positive form and go from there.
what I would say is we approve, because they've had a lodging license already, subject to meeting all the conditions of the building inspectors before they're open and, not lease rent, however, they accommodate the public up there. In other words, we won't issue the license and they won't be able to rent the property until they meet building inspectors and any other, public safety department in the city of Gloucester. So that's what I would suggest. Do you want to make that motion? Or do you want me to make
Sure.
it?
No, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the renewal of the lodging license for 50 Fred Rogers Realty Trust, 50 Rogers Street. I so move,
Subject to the inspections.
subject to the inspections.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the
I'm
vote
not
carries.
opposed.
Oh, you're opposed?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 in favor, 1 opposed. So building inspector has control and can let Natasha know when and if to issue the lodging license, and until then, they don't have the capability of renting the space, correct?
Correct.
So they have to meet all your conditions under this vote before they can meet, and if you feel they are meeting the conditions, you can let Natasha know to issue the license.
Okay.
And if not, and if they have concerns, they can request a hearing before the board.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. New business, common victual licenses, we can do all this in one vote.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the renewals for the common victual licenses for JD Myers and Best Friends Incorporated, 24 Lexington Avenue. Miranda LLC, doing business as Oliver's Harbor, 64 Main Street. Dowsett Lingard, Post 1624 VFW Incorporated, doing business as Gloucester VFW Incorporated, 224 Eastern Avenue. Harbor 9 Golf Incorporated, 1 Gloucester Crossing, Unit 355. Tono LLC, doing business as Tono Restaurant, 2 Main Street. Gloucester Lodge of Elks, 892 BPO of Elks, 97 to 101 Atlantic Road. Granite Cove Venture LLC, doing business as The Cut, 177 Main Street. Fishdale's Pub LLC, 50 Rogers Street. Cinetti Inc., doing business as The Franklin Cape Ann, 118 Main Street. And J&N Ventures LLC, doing business as Cape Ann Lanes, 53 Gloucester Avenue. And I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Okay, I was just reading the names again to make sure we don't have to address anything. Next order of business is annual club all alcohol beverage license renewal. We have Dowsett, Lingard Post, 1624 VFW Inc., DBA VFW Inc., 224 Eastern Ave. Is Aaron on Zoom?
Yeah, I'm already joining. She's
Okay.
already
Thank you.
coming on.
I think you'll have to wait.
They have
for the
entertainment.
mic, but you're,
And
No, Sunday. And they have.
amusement.
Let's try her again.
Mine doesn't let me get in. This
That's
is what I
weird.
get. Yeah. But waiting for her to start.
That's weird.
Is she coming in?
She's in.
Give a vote second.
Hello?
Hi, Aaron. Can you say your name for the record?
Yep, Aaron Stewart, 60 Warner Street, Gloucester, Mass.
Thank you. So you're here for the renewal of your annual club license.
Yes,
How are things
Yes, it is.
going there?
it's going slow, but surely it's going.
Okay, and are you working with the ABCC to change the name?
I am, as a matter of fact, I have another meeting on Friday and hopefully everything will be fixed and taken care of by Monday.
Okay, so we're gonna discuss renewing it under the current name, and then if the name does change, you can let Natasha know on the licensing board,
Yes,
okay?
okay.
Any questions for us?
Nope,
And you are the manager of record, correct?
yes.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve, does it?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion. We approve the annual club all alcoholic beverage license renewal for Dowsett Lingard Post 1624 VFW Incorporated, doing business as Gloucester VFW Incorporated, 224 Eastern Avenue. I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. Entertainment. Aaron, tell us a little bit about the entertainment that goes on there.
Right now there's limited entertainment, but it came to my attention they hadn't had an entertainment license at all, and we would like to do some karaoke nights or bring in a solo musician here and there.
Okay. And it's inside
yeah.
only, right?
Inside only, yes.
And you do streaming, correct?
Yes,
Okay. You have a jukebox?
we do have a jukebox.
Okay. Anything else?
No, we might do trivia as well.
Okay. And that's, you want Saturday and Sunday, correct?
Just through Saturday, Sundays for football. I wouldn't even try to interrupt that.
Okay. Their motions to approve.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the entertainment renewal for the Monday through Saturday entertainment license for Dowsett Lingard Post 1624 VFW, doing business as Gloucester VFW Inc., 224 Eastern Avenue. And I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Nothing on Sunday? You don't-
Off the Sunday.
You don't do anything on Sunday?
We really don't. It is all about the football. And
Are you
it's
doing
very
music on
small.
Sunday?
I mean, they might play the jukebox, but I don't even think that happens.
So if they do play the jukebox, you need the entertainment license.
Okay, so I would have to extend it.
So if you want to shut the machine off on Sunday,
I have no problem doing that. Again, it's all about the football.
You pay for it.
you already paid for it, so would you like to?
Oh, then yeah, I guess if I've already paid for it.
In that case, Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Sunday entertainment renewal for Dowsett Lingard Post 1624 VFW Incorporated, doing business as Gloucester VFW Incorporated, located at 224 Eastern Avenue. And I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, vote carries. And the automatic amusement device?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the automatic amusement device renewal for Dowsett Lingard Post 1624 VFW Incorporated, doing business as Gloucester VFW Inc., 24 Eastern Avenue. And I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. So when the Patriots win the Super Bowl, you can play the jukebox afterwards.
Excellent. They'll be happy to hear that.
2050.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Okay, just thank you. Just keep in touch with Natasha regarding any potential name changes for your post.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Next order of business is Gloucester Lodge 892, BPO of the Elks, 97 to 101 Atlantic Road. Hello.
How are you?
I haven't seen you in a while.
It's a good thing, isn't
It is.
it?
Okay.
Don Russell, 5 King Street, Rockport, Mass.
Thank you for coming. Manager, how are things going at the Elks?
Good. We're, except for the elevator and the front wall, and we should be up and running by hopefully Thursday night. I mean, we're open, but I mean, as far as the kitchen and construction going on.
Okay. Yeah, I was there the other night. I tried to go upstairs, it's the door locked. And Mr. Building Inspector,
So they are out there working, so as soon as they get this wall fixed, they can get the sprinkler system fixed and tagged, and that'll make me happy, along with getting the elevator fixed.
Yes. I guess we're waiting the extra day on the permit that the elevator's been done. The
Mhm.
control board's been replaced,
Okay,
but I'm trying to get them in tomorrow, but they're saying Thursday, so.
okay. All right, make sure that the fire department is notified, in case they want to run a test.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
so what we usually do is, I know you're up for renewal.
Yes.
The license you're operating on goes until December 31st.
Yes.
As of January 1st, for you to order any more alcohol, you need the new license. So usually what we do in the situation when there's building issues
Mhm.
is that we make the renewal, the license being given to you subject to meeting the inspections of the building inspector. So do you anticipate that the work that is being asked will be done by December 31st?
Oh, I hope
So
so.
that
Oh,
you
today's
won't-
today. Today's already the 9th. The stumbling block, I think, is hopefully the elevator, which is our main concern. And then, like you said, they were working on I know you made me a little bit nervous when you were talking to Mr. Gentleman regarding Tono, but we don't have any anything in as far as. the
You already
sprinkler
have
system.
it, you just have to get the drain fix that was on that wall,
Yes,
so they can test the system. Without that drain, the sprinkler company will not test your system.
okay.
So
Well, I
that needs
think-
to be addressed.
All right. I think with the time frame that we have, that it's very expeditious to get it done by December 31st, so I'm sure we'll get it done.
Okay, because you won't be able to purchase alcohol after December 31st unless you're in compliance. And then you just have to wait until you're in compliance to get the license.
Okay.
Okay,
So do you foresee that? I mean, if we can fulfill that, I mean, you don't foresee that with the limited time frame that we have, 12 days?
he's the person. on
I'm pretty
this
much
number.
available to get in there to double check everything, for the exception of the 2 days in and around Christmas.
Okay,
But if I have to make myself available, I can.
appreciate that.
All
Thank you.
right.
Any concerns?
No.
There a motion to approve subject to inspections?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the annual all alcohol beverage license renewal for Gloucester Lodge of Elks, 892 BPO of Elks, 97 to 101 Atlantic Road, pending final inspection of the inspectional services division. I so
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. So we will send in notification to the ABCC that the license is being renewed.
Okay.
However, your actual license will not be distributed to you until you meet the requirements, so just work on that.
Okay.
Plan for the holidays. I don't know what you have for functions coming up, but.
Yes.
you
Well, that's gonna be based on the elevator, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So it all ties into each other.
So will you be notified, Bob, or is it Robert or?
It's Rob.
Rob, will you be notified with the fire department or should?
Call that number on the card they gave you. Once you get things done, that gets to my office and they'll notify me and I'll
Okay.
make myself available.
All right.
You have entertainment licenses
Great, thank
as
you.
well.
Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the entertainment renewal Monday through Saturday for the Gloucester Lodge of Elks, 892 BPO of Elks, 97 to 101 Atlantic Road, again, subject to the approval of inspectional services, and I so.
Second.
Discussion, the hours, this is just indoors, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 8 a.m. till 12:30 a.m.
Yes.
For your functions. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the Sunday entertainment renewal of the Gloucester Lodge of 892 BPO of Elks located at 97 to 101 Atlantic Road. Again, subject to the inspectional services approvals, and I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries.
And Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the automatic amusement device renewal for Gloucester Lodge 892 BPO of Elks, 97 to 101 Atlantic Road, and I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. So, keep the conversation open.
Definitely.
And, we'll do our part with ABCC, and then your actual licenses, will be distributed when the services are in place and,
All right.
get that done.
Definitely, appreciate it.
Do you have any questions for us?
No,
Okay, thank you very much. Happy
Great,
holidays.
thank you. Same to you
Have a good
guys.
night.
thank you.
Next order of business is JD Myers. We were gonna do these together. I'm just trying to expedite these licenses. So Natasha, can you tell me of the annual restaurant all alcohol beverage licenses? The required documents were their liability insurance, workers' comp. Those things are all required when you go through the system, correct?
Yeah, these are all good. Let me just double check.
Who is here? I see Harbor 9. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thinking of adding your application request or your renewal request into a bunch of others. So, but while you're
Sure.
here, do you have any questions for us?
No, no.
How's things at Harbor 9?
Great.
Going well.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in the season.
Good. Busy.
Indoor golf is
Summer's
back on.
over.
That's great. And how's the food? How's that
It's going well.
taking well?
It's going
Yeah,
well.
good.
Yeah,
Rob allowed us to add on an additional induction burner since
Okay.
we had to get rid of the griddle,
Okay,
but it's working out. So hopefully we'll save up enough money to get a hood with an Ansel system. So
so you get back to the grill.
yeah, so we can get the real food coming. So,
And did you ever do outdoor? Did you ever make it to outdoor?
so we're still working on raising funds for the bollards.
Okay.
So we have not used that or patio
Okay.
at all. We did list it in our entertainment license and in the alcohol to have the outdoor, but it would be pending having the bollards installed. Just didn't want to have to come back in and
Yep,
do it again,
okay,
but we can if that's
Um,
necessary.
all right. Thank you. And is anyone here from Fish Tales? Vincent Orlando one?
No, he's not actually.
Okay. And can I just see who's on, who's
Mhm.
Mike, who is not working?
I don't know who this person is.
That is, that is,
This is, he's here. He's-
all of us, it's all of us.
Isn't that all of
Yes.
us?
Are we both?
That's the pub, that's the Franklin, that's the bowling alley. I don't know that is.
Okay.
And he's here from the pub.
Okay. Let's just do these individually real quick. We'll make it easier. We'll start off with,
Jason,
JD Myers, yeah.
you want to do all three entertainment and all that like we've been doing, or
Yes.
stick it to this?
So JD Myers and Best Friends Inc. Is anyone from JD Myers here?
Lloyd is.
Lloyd, okay, thanks.
Okay.
Hi Lloyd, can you say your name and address for the record, please?
Hi, Lloyd and Lloyd Waits, 2 Moses Lane, Essex, Massachusetts, representing JD Myers.
Thank you. How's everything going?
Good, things are going well. Oh, that's too much. There we
Busy
go.
on the weekends?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Have you been busy on the weekends?
Yeah, we've had some good weekends lately. Thanksgiving Eve was great.
Yep.
Yep.
Good. Is there a motion to approve?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the annual restaurant all alcoholic beverage license renewal for JD Myers and Best Friends Incorporated located at 24 Lexington Avenue, and I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. Entertainment, Lloyd, has anything changed with entertainment, or are you staying the way you've been?
The one change that we've made to entertainment is that I added outdoor entertainment. The only reason I did that was because last year, if you remember, when we wanted to do some outdoor events, we ended up having to go through like 4 different meetings over and over again. And obviously, the only times that we're really looking to do something like that is when we have an extension of premise. But I wanted to put it into the license because that ended up being a problem last year.
Okay, so let me say this. So for you to use your outdoor parking lot for serving alcohol, you're gonna have to come before us to do that.
Yes, that's the plan. But I put out the outdoor entertainment because I don't know if you remember, but last year we had to come back multiple times because there was outdoor entertainment and an extension of premise for the liquor license. So we would like to just have it all be done at once if we wanted to do
Is
that
your
again.
intention to use outdoor entertainment outside of those few weekends that you do the fundraisers or the, what do you call it, that game you play, cornhole
We did
games?
a cornhole tournament. No, those would be the only times we would do it. We'll come probably towards the beginning of the summer with a list of days with extension of premise. And those would be the days that we're doing outdoor entertainment.
So what I would suggest then is you add entertainment to that time to your extension of premise. Instead of adding outdoor entertainment to your license, you can request it when you request all those dates. We'll do it in one meeting.
Okay, we can do that as well.
Okay.
Chair,
Go ahead.
Lloyd, with the deck out front, do you live stream to that little deck out front to the right of the main doors?
No, I don't think there's a speaker out there.
Okay.
There might be one small one, but it's never on.
It was.
Okay.
Okay, so it's indoor entertainment, and then when you come for those extension of premises, we can talk about the outdoors.
Yes.
Excellent. Is there a motion to?
Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the entertainment renewal Monday through Saturday for JD Myers and Best Friends Incorporated, 24 Lexington Avenue. I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Vote carries.
Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the Sunday entertainment renewal for JD Myers and Best Friends Incorporated, 24 Lexington Avenue. I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The vote carries. There's no. I thought they had a jukebox.
Yeah.
Like, don't you have a jukebox?
We do have a jukebox, but it had to go in with an arcade license, which we had to submit
Oh,
separately.
More than 5. Okay, so you're doing that to the city, the special.
Yeah, he has to go through the clerk's
Yeah.
office for that.
Okay. All right, any questions for us?
No, thank you very much.
So when do you plan on start doing your outdoor stuff?
Probably the springtime. I mean, we're not gonna be doing anything in, in the winter, obviously, but my guess would probably be maybe April.
Okay, I'll say just kind of plan early so that we can get that all in place.
Yep, we will.
Meet once a month, so just keep that in mind.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good holiday.
Thank you very much. You too.
Bye-bye. Next order is Miranda LLC, DBA Oliver's Harbor, 64 Main Street. I know there's someone on Zoom, if you can raise your hand. Yeah. Is it just one?
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Thanks. Can you just state your name and address for the record?
Yep. Johanny Miranda, 177 Bridge Street, Beverly, Mass. 01915.
And you are the manager at Oliver's, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. How are things going there?
It's been going good.
Yeah, how'd you have a good summer?
We did. Summer was very well. I wish it was summer all year round.
We all do, I think. Okay, great. Is there a motion to approve?
Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the annual restaurant all alcoholic beverage license renewal for Miranda LLC doing business as Oliver's Harbor at 64 Main Street. And I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. And it's Saturday, Monday through Saturday, Sunday.
Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the entertainment renewal Monday through Saturday for Miranda LLC doing business as Oliver's Harbor, 64 Main Street. And I so move.
Second.
Your entertainment hasn't changed, correct? You're gonna stay with what has been consistent over the past couple of years?
Yep. No changes at all.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries.
Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the Sunday entertainment renewal for Miranda LLC doing business as Oliver's Harbor at 64 Main Street. And I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, vote carries. So those licenses will issue. Do you have any questions for us?
No questions. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
You too. Have a great one.
Harbor 9 Golf Inc., 1 Gloucester Crossing, Unit 355. Is there a motion to approve?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the annual restaurant all alcoholic beverage license renewal for Harbor 9 Golf Incorporated, 1 Gloucester Crossing, Unit 355, and I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed, vote carries.
Madam
Entertainment,
Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the entertainment renewal for the Monday through Saturday license for Harbor 9 Golf Incorporated, 1 Gloucester Crossing, Unit 355, and I so move.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, vote carries.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Sunday entertainment renewal for Harbor 9 Golf Incorporated, 1 Gloucester Crossing, Unit 355, and I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, vote carries.
Lastly, I'd like to make a motion to approve the automatic amusement device renewal for Harbor 9 Golf Incorporated, 1 Gloucester Crossing, Unit 355, and I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the vote carries. All your licenses are issued. Any questions for us? Thank you for coming in tonight. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Happy holidays. Next order of business is Granite Cove Venue LLC, DBA The Cut, 177 Main Street. Welcome.
Good to be here.
Name and address, please.
Tom O'Grady, 966 Washington Street in Gloucester.
Tell us about The Cut, how it's been going.
Great.
Yeah, you've been busy down there.
We have been busy.
Good.
Yeah.
Right up until Christmas, I think you have things booked, don't you? It's like movies and all kinds of stuff now.
We did,
Yeah.
we've done a few movies. We just did Elf,
Yeah.
Meet Santa, and, so
Good.
that was fun. But yeah, we got a busy show scheduled out through March and April.
That's great.
Yeah.
A great venue.
Thanks.
Gloucester's very fortunate to have that. Is there a motion to approve?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion we approve the annual restaurant all alcoholic beverage license renewal for Granite Cove Ventures LLC doing business as The Cut located at 177 Main Street. I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. But that reminds me, I was gonna ask you the same question too. Do you have your crowd control?
I do.
You do?
I submitted it
Okay.
to your, forgetting her name. It was
Natasha. Me?
No, it wasn't Natasha. It was
Allison? Allison before?
Yeah,
Okay. Good.
yeah, when we switched the license to my name, you would
Okay.
ask me to take that, and the whole management team is taking it too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to have, just in case.
got
And
mine.
you have entertainment on as well.
Yeah. No change there, just renewed it.
What time do you open? For
Uh,
entertainment,
Right now, we're opening it at 4.
in the afternoon?
Yeah,
You don't ever open before 4 in there?
we have, I'm sorry, on Saturday and Sunday, we're open at 11 right now,
Okay.
and Wednesday through Friday, 4.
Wow, okay. Monday
And
and
as the
Tuesday.
warm weather comes, we'll probably look at that again.
Yeah, I just don't wanna lock you in to
So I-
time now if you think it's gonna expand, that's why I
Well,
asked.
for the license, I did put in a much
The
broader
flowers,
range, so
yeah.
I didn't have to, 11:30, so we had some flexibility.
Okay, but entertainment doesn't start before 4, except on the weekends?
Except on the weekends,
Okay. Okay,
but subject to change, but the license hours give us that flexibility.
do you wanna make it more flexible now?
Well, I think it is,
It's 11:30 to 12:30 a.m.
Okay, and that's Monday through Friday too?
Monday through Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I misunderstood, I thought you said.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
so-
weekends. Okay. All right, great.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion we approve the entertainment renewal for Granite Cove Ventures LLC doing business as The Cut Monday through Saturday located at 177 Main Street. I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion we approve the Sunday entertainment renewal for Granite Cove Ventures LLC doing business as The Cut 177 Main Street. I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries.
The time was 10:30, 10 to 12:30.
Okay. Great.
awesome.
Any questions for us?
No, city's been great. We appreciate everyone's support,
Wish
even
you
this guy.
happy holidays. All
Yeah, same to all of you
right, have a good
and
night.
your families, all right? Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, will do.
Your third business is.
We got everything done, right, Natasha?
You did.
We'll
You
scramble.
did.
I'm getting
It
better at
was,
this.
it was close, but you
Okay.
did it.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Fish Tales Pub LLC, 50 Rogers Street.
I don't see anything on here.
Okay. Building inspector.
Yep.
I was told they were open the other night, probably for a soft opening? No,
News to me.
okay, maybe they were just in there looking around, maybe those people, someone told me there was a bunch of people in there, I
There
didn't
might
see
have
it.
been, but
Okay.
there might have been, I know they're still, I think they're just about done with what the health department required them to do.
Okay,
But he passed his annual safety inspection, so he's fine with us.
so what is holding up the opening?
I would tell you it's the health department, so as long as he gets what's
Okay.
required, that the health department is requiring, which I'll check in tomorrow with the health department, see where they're at.
So you believe they're on a
I
path?
believe again, he's on a path as well, it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. So this will be a subject to inspections.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the annual restaurant all alcoholic beverage license renewal for Fishtail Pub LLC, 50 Rogers Street, subject to inspections by the Inspectional Services Department. I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries, and it looks like they have entertainment and automatic movement. What is it, 10 AM to 12:30?
It's
8 AM to 12:30, yeah.
12:30, Monday through Saturday. Yeah.
There a motion to approve?
Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the entertainment renewal for Fishtail Pub LLC, 50 Rogers Street, Monday through Saturday, and based on the approval of the Inspectional Services Department. I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, vote carries.
And Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the Sunday entertainment renewal of Fishtail's Pub LLC, 50 Rogers Street, based on Inspectional Services final inspection. And I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, vote carries. And automatic.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the automatic amusement device renewal for Fishtail Pub LLC, 50 Rogers Street. And I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Okay, moving on to Sinadi Inc., DBA The Franklin KBN, 118 Main Street. Ray, can you hear me?
She hasn't been promoted yet. No, it's Maria. She's on, but she's muted.
Maria, can you unmute and state your name?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Ken, how are you?
All right. I'm good. How are you?
Very good, thanks.
Maria Siditi Figurito, 84 Cherry Street.
And this is in regard to the Franklin, correct?
Correct.
How are things at the Franklin?
They're great. Thank you.
Good, good. I haven't gotten there in a while. Been thinking about it though.
You're gonna come in.
I know, I don't go out at all. Believe me, it's not like I would love to come in. How's the staff there? Good?
Everyone's good. Yes.
You don't have any staffing issues?
No,
Good to
everyone's
hear.
been there forever. I
Yeah.
mean, end of the summer, we usually need like a host or a food runner, but right now we've found them and yeah, everyone's great.
Okay, good. Good to hear.
Yep.
So you have that and no entertainment?
No, it's entertainment Monday through Saturday.
Mhm.
No Sundays.
See it on the list.
Yeah, it's right after the
Oh, I'm looking at the
VFW.
wrong thing. That's why, sorry, this is double P.
That's all right.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the all alcohol?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the annual restaurant all alcoholic beverage license renewal for Siniti Incorporated doing business as Franklin Cape Ann, 118 Main Street. And I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the entertainment renewal Monday through Saturday. Siniti Incorporated doing business as the Franklin Cape Ann, 118 Main Street. And I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Maria, while I have you on here, as manager of the former Halbert Point Building. Any?
I knew that was coming. Yes, so that will, we're getting there. I think we're hoping for the end, so we'll be on next month,
Okay,
end of January, beginning of February. So we'll be on next month for the liquor license.
And you
So-
are scheduled to open when? Any idea?
I'm gonna say the first week in February
Okay,
to play it safe, but we're hoping for end of January, but I don't want to say that out loud but I'm gonna say first week in February.
all right, because it's just getting a little concerning with the time frame of having this license for 2 years and not being open, so we just have to inquire. So we'll
Right.
set the meeting in January and we can get an
Yeah.
up then.
So we haven't owned it for 2 years though.
The license was transferred 2 years ago.
It's
Had
been
a
2
time
years.
period. It took a little bit for the ABCC when you.
Yeah, to transfer. Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
still, this is the third renewal. Cause you transferred it the first year and then renewed it, and now we're here again renewing it.
Right. So, I mean, once you go in there and see everything that's been done, you'll see that, I mean, everything from our walk-in to our bathroom, I mean, it's all gonna be brand new, so.
I'm
was-
excited, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty run down and so,
Yeah. Okay, all right, we look forward to talking to you about that in January.
perfect. We're looking
Happy
forward to
holidays.
it. All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next order of business is J&N Ventures LLC, DBA Keep Van Lanes, 53 Gloucester Ave. Wow, that's the last
That's one.
That's one.
one, wow. That's
Their
the last.
license, their insurance ends on 12/29/24.
Mhm.
So, see, Bethany is still.
I can't leave it. It's not working.
Hi, we can hear you.
She left. She was good.
Was that Maria?
Yeah.
Is anyone here from?
Yeah, Nick's on.
Hi, Nick.
Good evening,
Can you just say your name and address for the record?
Nick Pizzeni, 30 Dodge Street, Gloucester.
Thank you. How are things at the bowling alley?
Things are good.
Good, good. Is there do you have any questions for us regarding your license?
I do not.
You don't. You're an expert at this by now.
Done a few of them.
Is there a motion to approve?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the annual restaurant and alcoholic beverage license renewal for J&N Ventures LLC doing business as Cape Ann Lanes, 53 Gloucester Avenue, and I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Entertainment.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the entertainment renewal for J&N Ventures Monday through Saturday. Doing business as Cape Ann Lanes, 53 Gloucester Avenue, and I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the Sunday entertainment renewal for J&N Ventures LLC doing business as Cape Ann Lanes, 53 Gloucester Avenue, and I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Nick, are you gonna be doing outdoor this winter? You know how you had the tables down the side? I know you did it during COVID.
Yep, we have an extension of premise permanently for that area.
Yeah, do you plan on using it?
For the winter,
Yeah,
unless there's some unseasonably warm days, we have no plans to at the moment.
okay. I thought at one point you did, and maybe it was during COVID that you were using it.
Not during the winter for the most
No,
part.
okay. All right. I was just curious. All right, any questions for us?
Nope.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Okay, is there any new business to come before the board, discussions? No. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the vote carries. We are in adjournment.